Hey, it's Simone, your favorite neighborhood nerd, and I was wondering if you wanted to hang out with me while probably I, decide on what pen to use with what ink and talk through this decision together. Now, let's start. Let's start and see what is already decided. It is already decided that this Diamine Safari is going to be in this Pelikan M800. I inked it during September when I was comparing it with my other Pelikan M800 that is a fine nib. Both of these are fine nibs. They were both inked with the same ink, and I was going to try and see if I could get this nib to work the exact same way as the other. And I am happy to report that I was able to get that, to make that happen. Now both of my Pelikan M800s in fine write the exact same way. And that, or exact same, is not necessarily the exact same way, but something was off about the blue cream and didn't feel as great as the green demo. And so I wanted to see if I could tweak it a little to make it similar enough to make the writing experience just as amazing as the green demo. Yes, so this is a pen that is already in this lineup. It's already inked. Now, I had a really rough going with the Hogtown Swansea in XL. I didn't enjoy the nib that was in there. Then the ink would spill into the cap multiple times with different nibs. So I thought it would be probably beneficial to try this again, but with a different ink, to see if this was basically only happening because the ink wasn't the right choice. The last nib that I used in here was this Monarch Fine nib. And because I don't really know what other choice to make and what other, like how am I choosing what pen, there is definitely several colors that would go in here. But I know that this Ferris Wheel Press Grape Ice Pop will not be one of the wetter inks. Probably closer to medium to dry. So if I was concerned about the other ink that was in here, which was Diamine Writer's Blood, which is this one here, then maybe if I put, which is an extremely wet ink, if I put an ink in here that is less than wet, more medium to dry, maybe the experience would be different. It could also be really bad because it's not going to write well or something. But I think if I put the Grape Ice Pop into the Hogtown, that could be something that I would be interested in. So I need to pull out the ink bottles. Here we go. This and that. Let's put this over here. Maybe we'll pull out the camera just a little bit. So, is there anything else that I wrote? Yes, I think I put down Super Wet Inks, Pens, Sailor Nevada. Okay, well, I don't really know why I decided that I wanted to put Sailor Nevada into the Pelikan M800 with a medium nib, but if that is what I decided at that time, I'll just go with it and see what happens. That's that. Then I also had decided that I wanted a really wet ink in my fine Karen, Waterman Karen right here. Which was that? That was Lamy Petrol, which is this color right here. So, and I think that's all the thoughts that I had so far. Yep. I decided I'm not going to use Lierre Sauvage, but Sailor 2024 Pen Show exclusive. That leaves, this is gone, and this is gone. Right? That makes 3, 4. So we have the Fire Opal, the Atlas Moth Worm, the San Francisco Bay, the Rainier Blue, and the 2024 Pen Show exclusive. Well, I recently sorted all of my pens by acquisition date, which is really interesting. And I realized, you know what? I haven't used this in quite a while. So why not start finding an ink that would go with this? And actually, I love putting, I think I put Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki into this before too. Atlas Moth Worm would I think I want this. I did this blue and yellow combination before, but I also like this. So let me pull that out and put this with that pen. So we're done with that. Let me grab the other colors. Fire Opal. Here. Rainier Blue. Okay, so I guess that is not, look at this. And let me take you off my camera stand and show you what happened. You can already see this here. So much to the wet pen Rainier Blue. Well, that sucks. And I guess I need to clean this. Oh, did I not film? It's much darker, just in case you didn't hear what I said, just in case I didn't film it. Oh my God, I'm so upset, actually, that I didn't close this correctly. Sucks big time. I'm not, let me swatch Konpeki there too. I'm just gonna write it here, Ink Institute. I mean, I'm not going to swatch, I'm going to swatch Konpeki, but I think I'm going to make up my mind and use Shadow Snow, because why not challenge myself with some colors that I normally wouldn't use? I'm so weak. There's a lot of ink in here. I do like this though. Now, my first thought is, what if I just mixed both of them? Would that even make sense? I'm not opposed to mixing them. I'm just not really sure that that would be beneficial at all. Like, why? Why is this so hard? This is Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki. I'm going to leave this up here. I put Konpeki away unless I'm going to change my mind really soon. This is what I'm going with. But we have, let's look at the pens. It's interesting. Maybe we should talk blah, blah, blah. If you're interested to hearing a little bit more about these pens, I'd be happy to talk about them. This is also a pen. This is the Lamy 2000 right here that I'm gravitating towards more and more. Oh yes, maybe this one, maybe that one. Now I need to put them in the correct order again. This one is such a great pen. And this one. Okay, this is a lot of pens. Let's see how many I still need to fill. So, we have Sailor 50 States, Nevada, Fire Opal. Is this a wet ink? I think so. I'm always tempted to put these inks. The last time I think I had Dominant Industry, Earl Grey tea in here. This is the Franklin Christoph Extra Fine Sig Nib. Let's think about what pen are we going to put the Colorverse San Francisco Bay in, and then maybe that things become clearer. Oh, I was going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more pens to make this happen, and I have pulled out 2, 4, 6. So 2 are going to go back home. What's in here? No nib? Nope. There's a Techo nib in here. This is the Pro Gear 21 karat gold scythe nib. It's very similar to the Techo nib. I don't know if I want orange in here, but also I like... This would probably be bomb, but I'm not brave enough for this. I think maybe what if I put the Pen Show exclusive in here? Okay, let's just see what happens. So let's put this here. Oh my goodness, what the hell? I am tempted to put the Fire Opal into the Leonardo. And then we have these 2. I'm very tempted to put the San Francisco Bay into the medium pilot nib here. And that leaves me with 3 pens. Maybe I'll put Konpeki into this one. It's interesting to see that I'm trying to use this and I just don't have, I never gravitate towards it. Either this is a sign to let it go, or what if I just try this and then if this doesn't work, I have these as backups. Yes, yes. And I'm going to not go with the Shadow Snow because this is a broad nib. Maybe next month I'm going to put Shadow Snow in one of these finer nibs. Okay, so where do these go? Over here. I think they were both right here. So, alrighty, let's ink them and then bring out my tester paper. Which is where? We don't know. And all that jazz here. Let me put this to the side and then start with this one, which is probably going to be a little complicated because Ferris wheel press inks don't have a great opening in the bottle. The neck is too tight a lot of the times. And this is why I'm going to use a syringe and fill it with that. And I'm going to pull in a rag so that it's going to be a little safer here. Let me just close this bottle again. And then, okay, that was a little ambitious here. Yeah, am I a little swampy? I'm the swamp queen. I know. It's fine. Let me put the rest of the ink back into the bottle. And because I don't really want to rinse my syringe in that dirt water, I might be exchanging that really soon. Let's test and see if it works. Let's see if we need to prime the feet a little more. Okay. It's interesting color in the nib. This is the swatch. Let me give you clear view. And this is the writing. Interesting. Let's put this to the side. So this is a monarch fine. Then fire opal. What was that? This. I need this here. And then, so this is, I'm so sad about the wet pen ink. I'm not sure if fire opal is a very wet ink. Monteverdi inks, I feel like tend to be wet. This is a lot of ink, things. Looks like it. No, doesn't, not that much. But it feels like the feed is completely saturated with ink. I'm not sure if this is very wet, but I can imagine that this could be a disaster in wetness. We'll see. We'll figure it out. This is a medium nib. This is a titanium nib. Neum titanium. It's very orange. I like it though. Yep. Okay. This is done. Then the Sailor 50 States Nevada. Let's just plop this here, put this back, and make space. Well, just gonna clip this back onto my shirt. This could be a disaster as well. This could be too dry. So Pelican M800 with a medium nib and Sailor 50 States Nevada. I did have some issues with this nib as well. It feels baby bottomy to me. I think that's why see, when I start writing with this, it always has this weird, maybe I need to do the same thing as I did with the other one. See? Nevada. Pelican. Maybe it's not the right angle. I'm having trouble with this pen. I've had this pen for almost a year now, and it's just not performing as I would like it to perform. But we'll see. It might be a case for a Nibmeister. Could also be the ink, for sure. This is definitely not making me happy right now. I will see, I will play a little bit with it, and maybe when you see the currently inked video, it might be totally different pen, totally different ink. Not sure yet. Let's put this aside. What else do we have? I think I need another syringe for this. This one also needs one. Yeah. Okay. Do we have more? Doesn't look like it. That sucks. Okay, there we go. I said I wouldn't do it. Friends, I'm gonna clean my glass. Never mind, I found 2 more syringes that should work all the way until I'm done. And then I can clean this one and also rinse my water. So this one goes in here. The black that is on here is permanent black ink, so it doesn't do anything to these syringes or the ink cartridges or stuff like that. Atlas Moth Brown in the Pilot Vanishing Point capless with a medium gold nib, and the color is deep yellow, I believe. And this is a pen that I purchased, one of my first wannabe gold nibs, and then it turned out not to be, and I didn't even know. This is how uneducated I was at that time. A commenter said that I was mistaken, that steel alloy nib means that it's steel nib. And I was so annoyed because I thought I had made such a good deal. And I think I could have gotten it even cheaper. However, I didn't know. I was just not smart enough. But then at the same time, I got my Pilot Custom 74. So that was then my actual first gold nipped pen. All right, so goes in here, and I'm using both of my first pens. I then later on purchased a gold nib for this, actually at Drum Ghouls at my very first San Francisco pen show. I love this, and I never use it. VP medium, Atlas moth brown. So this was my first gold nib. This was my first bad experience with misinformation, but that was my own fault, just to be clear. So next, and then this one. Yep, I need to pull out these two inks. I was like, what is going in here? I'm very curious to see how this is going to work out. This would be a pen if this isn't working with a really wet ink. Ooh, well, I need a converter. Then I might be tempted to sell it. There is a specific cartridge that I think should go in, or that I got it with, but I can't find it at the moment. This is funny. Maybe this one? Yes. Waterman. There we go. Ugh. No. It's falling. So this goes in here. Let's plunge this down. Submerge. And wow, this worked really well. Yep. Did I finish my train of thought? This is definitely one of those tests where if this is not going to work, I might ink it up with Diamine Writer's Blood, which is also known to be a very wet ink. And if then my writing experience is still very and extremely dry, I might be tempted to sell this pen. Alrighty, here we go. Well, so far, this is lovely. Now, the two inks that are still missing is San Francisco Bay and 2024 Pen Show ink. This one is, unfortunately, I had not a bad experience, but unfortunately the epoxy glue that is inside of this eyedropper pen discolored, which made me really not upset. That is not what I'm going to go here, where I'm going to go here. It made me really anxious because I feared that it wasn't discoloration, that it was mold. And I would have been so upset if this pen had molded from, I don't even know what it would have molded from, you know, mold issues, whatever. I cleaned it thoroughly, I air dried it, and well then, what? So I was super upset. I checked back with the maker. She was very helpful. She was also quite concerned because she had never experienced anything like that. It must have been just the ink that I had in there. And now I want to use it again because just, you know, and she also helped me ease that fear of what if this is mold. She was like, no, this is exactly where I glue the back finial to the body. And so, yeah, I'm not fearful, or no, that sounds weird. So I am actually, this is silicone grease. This is a cleaner that my friend Wendy Sue, who has the most amazing tools, sent me in one of her amazing care packages. And I'm using this to just add a little bit to the threads of the section here so that none of the ink will come out through the threads. And then I'm just going to screw this on here, and I'm going to set it head down. This is a what is it? Frankenpen. This is another Jowo nib housing. However, I put my Pilot Custom 874 medium nib in here. The pen is tiny, but the section is mighty. And I really like how this feels in my hand, like so. So that, I'm just going to set this upside down for a little bit so it can move down into the feed. And then the last pen that I want to ink is the Sailor nib with a Sailor ink. The only thing that could happen is that it might dry out because this won't seal well. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but this could be a thing. Oh, I do need a Sailor converter. Why not use that purple one? If you are planning on doing Frankenpens with your nibs that you pull from other pens like Sailor, what else is working? Pilot, Platinum. Just be aware that I have found, let's go this way, that Sailor converters are the ones that are easiest to find bodies for. They are similar in width as the regular standard international converters. Pilot and Platinum converters, let me grab them and show you, are super wide, this one, or long. Then I had a Platinum converter somewhere here. The diameter of this here, and this one is okay. This one is huge. This one will not fit into a pen body. This might. It's tight on some, and this won't fit because of the diameter of the converter up here. Let me just show you. See, you can't even put this on here. This one doesn't either. See, too tight. This one definitely not. And even if it were, it won't even, well, this would actually go in here, but some of them are so narrow that this will not even go into the section here, the body here. So just a little aside, but this one actually works, which is super cool. And then we can just screw this all the way down. This pen, this converter would look really cool with a contrasting orange ink in this demonstrator body. You know, sometimes. Let's see if this is actually going to work then. So let's ink this one up. I can see some ink coming. Let's go one more time. There we go. Nice. Now I totally messed up the threads. I hope this is going to get clean. So, confusion here. Lid on the ink bottle. Then I need another rag. Well, this could work. So, and then this in here. This feels like it's not straight. Alrighty, and then this one and this one can go. Oh my gosh, look at how wide this writes. Now, I did definitely choose some interesting nibs and see, I want to see how this is going to work for me in my journal. So this is the only thing that is really tough about the Mayfair pens. So, and if you were wondering what the only thing is, it's they're threaded the same way, I believe, or I don't know how to say it. This turns this way and this turns this way. So if you're screwing this on and then it stops, but it doesn't because then it starts screwing off here. And then you tighten this and then it continues up here. I hope that makes sense. I find that to be really confusing. So let's try this one. There's still ink from, maybe that was just such a rough ink, man. There we go. There's some ink here. What the heck, man? I cleaned this so thoroughly and there's still ink here. This must have been just the most. So obviously this is not San Francisco Bay, as we can see. I hope it's just going to change over time. There we go. Oh, I can't believe that this is, I cleaned this in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's not like I just put it into a glass of water for a second and then said, okay, clean. No, I did a lot of work. That ink must have been hoofa. So let me get some more ink out. I mean, this nib, there was orange, like this warm heart ink on there still, even when I was done. So I hope this is going to be, Wow. So you know how that feels sometimes when you're like super disappointed? I'm not disappointed, but that sinking feeling when you're like, oh my God, this sucks. This is not going to work. Yeah, this pen is definitely one of those who we'll see what's going to happen with this one. So I'm not going to do it currently inked for sure, but I want to sample out those pens one more time just to see. I also want to count how many inks there are. I'm not going to limit myself to these pens. Whatever comes along at some point or another, if I feel like I miss a color, if there's something not good. So this definitely needs a little bit of work still, so that I can, when I film the currently inked video, that I can show its true color. This is SFB. It's more muddy for SFB, probably more closer to the actual color. This is a Pilot number 5 medium nib. So this is, yeah, I don't know about this. How does this feel? This feels good. This is a fine, and this is Lamy Petrol. How do we feel about this? I don't even know what color this was. Oh, Ferris Wheel Press. Grape Ice Pop. This reminds me of Diamond Rider's Blood. Yeah, so let's say this is the good pile. This is the I don't know pile. This is the okay pile. I would probably sort this into the same place as this one. So, so might need some change. This stays. Let's see how this feels. Oh my God. I don't know about this. That's for sure. This is the Pelican with Sailor 50 States, Nevada. Then we have Atlas with a medium VP nib. I like that. Fire Opal. Yes, this is nice. Then we have in a fine Pelican, and then we have the Scythe nib with 2024, and this is a Sailor. Whoa. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the end all be all. It feels really like if I see this, when I look at this, I feel like I'm missing something. There's more color on this page than there is here. This is also dark. I mean, oh, what pen did I put in here? Which pen is this? Okay. What am I missing here right now? I'm like questioning myself right now. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, like brain. What pen am I going to put this in? Did I talk about this before? Now I need to go back and check. Was I going to use this with that? I feel like I have a lot of broader nibs, so I think I want, if I'm going to go, not if, when. I mean, Yeah, why not? You know, what the hell? Let I say. Did I do something wrong? Did I go off the beaten path somewhere? I don't know if I'm going to like Sailor 50 States, Nevada. I feel something needs to be different here. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud because I feel like this could also be a really good combination. And then I could see, well, that's also not a German ink. I was thinking, what if I put a German ink or not a Japanese ink? One of my Discord friends said that they don't have good experiences with Japanese inks in Pelican nibs. And so I'm thinking that would be something that I should consider. So, okay, here we go. I know that I said I'm almost done, but what if? Let's think. Let's think out loud. So I said that I was not going to stop, like, if I find that I need a different pen or so, I would do that. What if I find a different pen for the 50 States, Nevada, and then find a Diamine or Lamy or Pelican, or maybe I should even take the Waterman ink and ink that pen up with this. So I clean this. Maybe I can just put this into an ink vial. Con Pecky. I like this. Okay. So let's continue playing. Wendy, did you send this to me? What is this? How am I? No, this is not good. I don't even need to have a lid for this. I'm just going to put this in here. And then I'm going to clean this, like at the kitchen sink. I'm thinking Waterman inks or Diamine Earl Grey or Writer's Blood, but we'll see. And this is not a lot. So what pen do we put this in then? Oh, this doesn't work, I guess. Okay. So this is a Sailor ink. This could go into a my thoughts. I could put it into a Schmidt nib because I really like Schmidt nibs. I could put it into a Sailor pen. This is an extra fine nib. That is out. So this is a Schmidt nib. I really like this pen. Did I tell you that I saw a stork when I was in Germany on the roof of a building? That was cool. What other ink pens do I have? Okay, so I think I'm going to go with this one, even if that might not be the right choice. We will figure that out when we get there. Yes, I know. I could sort them by company and then it would be easier, but also I don't wanna. There is a Sailor branded converter. Do I still have a syringe here that is empty and not used? Yes. So I'm just going to grab this from here. This is empty too. I'm just gonna have a glass here where I throw everything in that needs cleaning, right here. There's a lot of air in here. I'm scared. I did not think that the ink that I have in... What the hell? Is this not the right converter? Nope. It's not. Okay, well, I guess this is not a... This could be, you know what this could be? I don't know. I don't know. So, maybe I should sort it by brand. I guess you can see how I thought, is this still inked? What the hell? And I told you I was so vigilant about cleaning my pens. It doesn't seem like it. So what is this then? Where does it come from? Huh. Oh well. Let's try this again. Ooh, there's ink. Let's see if we can put that in here as well. All right. This goes into the cleaning pile. This goes here. And then we'll try this again. I don't know. This ink looks nice in a swatch, but it doesn't seem to look nice on paper. Tell me otherwise. But at least it writes better on this paper with this nib. So I'm gonna clean my Pelikan M800 and I will figure out what ink I want to put in there, and then I will share that with you when I'm filming my currently inked video later on in the month. So here's all the pens. It's now 9, I believe, plus one more. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then I will find an ink that I can put into this Pelikan M800 to see how I like the medium nib with an ink that is wet. If it needs some work, if I want to get rid of it, what I can do with this to make it be a staple in my inked rotation. Yeah, so I'm gonna figure out if I'm going to leave this Ferris wheel press grape ice pop in this pen or not. And if I have found a solution, I will probably share that with you then in my currently inked video. Until then, bye.